Here I am getting ready to go to school because once again I went to an extra sewing class on Friday to finish up my dress, and luckily a lot of my friends were on the same page. I spent 7 hours working, and before I passed out, I ordered a chai boba tea and a Snapple. That night I went out with some friends to a club, and next morning we went to grab some breakfast. Later that night, I met with some other friends to catch up and cook ramen from scratch, which included some delicious pork bathed in a sweet and sour sauce. Here you can admire my newly acquired skill that is trying to serve a bowl of incredibly long noodles. It was harder than it looks. Here's the final result. It turned out really great and we were so proud of ourselves and enjoyed a nice dinner. On Monday, I worked on my final project for my drawing class, where I decided to create a collection of 7 pieces inspired on the movies of Tim Burton, which resulted in me going to bed at 3 a.m. The next day, me and my friends got together to film a video for a fashion history class where we got to dress up as women from the Renaissance, and it was a really fun experience. Here's the setup for one of the scenes, and I'll leave a sneak peek of the final result. One day before our deadline, our workshop was so full and it was hard to get a hold of a machine. So I complemented the outfit with these earrings. Here's my collection, my clothes, everything. I'm ready to rock finals day. The most expected day arrived when we finally got to present all of our work to our directors and teachers. It was really cool to see what everybody made and how relieved we all felt when we saw that all of our hard work had paid off. My dearest friend made the most amazing jacket in which she grew plants from chia seeds for her final project, which was so cool, to be honest. And while we waited for the directors to come take a look into our projects, we were anxiously excited to receive their feedback. Finally, we all gathered and got the chance to share our designs. It was truly an amazing feeling to have finished in such a sweet note while everybody cheered everyone for their creations. All of us have such a unique voice and style, and seeing how that can be represented into our clothes, it's truly mesmerizing. When we were leaving, I caught a friend of mine having a very tasty bite of her lunch, and I got a bit emotional thinking that was the last time we'd be leaving school together because she got into Central St. Martin's in London. Here I was singing very loudly from excitement, but I muted it because it didn't sound as good as I thought. Next morning, I had a homemade acai bowl for breakfast, and for lunch, I made a delicious cucumber and avocado salad while I watched The Summer I Turned Pretty for the millionth time and rested all day. Later that night, my mom and I made banana bread with chocolate chips on top and enjoyed some me time while watching Gossip Girl. Later that day, I got an email saying that I made the cut to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour, so me and 2 other friends got together to luckily get some, which we did. So we went out to celebrate and wrap the day by singing Cruel Summer like 10 times, repeatedly. So let's say the first night was a success, first day also. It was really cold last night, so we were 4 of us. It was Pepo, Edu, Coco, and me. We were sleeping in there, which is huge for us. So all of our things are inside, and this is like the fire pit. And we spent the night actually here stargazing, laughing, and playing a cards game, which is Let's Get Closer, which are like deep questions each one of us should answer. And here's Lola. We went into the river, that's why we're a little bit wet. And now I'm gonna have some fruit, and probably in like an hour after everyone's had breakfast, we're gonna go to the mountain and start hiking. So yeah. So I want to show you the end result of my breakfast. Half a watermelon, like a small one, half a small papaya, and a plate of blueberries and oranges. Oh, there it is. So exciting! And right now, oh, my baby's having like she's drying herself, but she's getting all muddy, and I mean, I brought her here for that. That night, we roasted marshmallows and covered ourselves with blankets because that night was a little bit chilly.
On our final day, we went hiking to enjoy nature as much as we could. The air was fresh and the day was warm and sunny. Beppo and I took the guys to a little waterfall we found a day prior, and we took a dip into the cold and refreshing water, which was a perfect way to end up our trip. In the midst of our packing, we had a tiny break and Edu made himself a really healthy sandwich. Everybody got assigned a cleaning duty and mine was dusting off the air mattress. Here you can see we were done. A few days later, I went to grab dinner with my friend to a really yummy sushi place where I had a vegan roll.
So we're out of... So we finished having dinner, and now she's taking me home because she's such a good friend.
I hate her.
And we had an amazing cheesecake with some popcorns on top with some caramel sauce, which was amazing. Courtesy of my friend right here. And now we're walking to our car, and yeah, we're gonna head home. I don't understand Spanish. So, bye guys. So today's my first day of summer classes. This is the fit of today. Converse, black mom jeans, messy bun, really messy, and a really cool t-shirt.
When I got home from school, I watched Bridget Jones and Mercy, 2 movies that I highly encourage you to see if you haven't watched them. So today's my 3rd day of summer school, and I finished my class. I did some yoga and some Pilates, and then now I'm going to the park with my baby. And then at 4, I have to get going because I have a class at 5, from 5 to 8. Exhausting. So I just got home from school, and you know, I had dinner and I was like, I wanted something sweet, so I'm gonna bake some vegan brownies. Well, I don't think it's completely vegan because it has eggs in it, but we'll see how it goes. The next day I had a mango smoothie bowl for breakfast and did some yoga to start the day. That night a friend came over to have a scary movie night, so we made the room cozy by lighting candles and made some chocolate-filled raspberries, which were delicious, but the presentation was a bit off. We watched Scream 2 and 3 and went to bed. Finally, on Sunday, I made kale chips for lunch with some Parmesan cheese on top, and that afternoon, the tea singing kettle that I've always wanted finally arrived. So, I'm not feeling my best today, and because of that, I decided I'm gonna do a Halloween night, even though it's summer. So I'm gonna watch Hocus Pocus 2, I think. Yeah, I think so. And because my kettle arrived today, that's gonna be like a nice spice up for my night, you know, like hearing the kettle sing a little bit. I don't know. And I painted my nails yesterday black, as always, and I'm gonna, you know, light up my candles and my, I don't know, like just like have a pamper yourself night.